From the Midwest. I've lived here for a little while now, and this is a new thing where, like, late at night on the street, women will see me as a threat. That is funny, yeah. That is funny. It's kind of flattering in its own way, but at the same time it's weird, because, like, I'm still afraid of being kidnapped, you know? But I'll give you the best example of this. A couple months ago, I'm at a subway station in Long Island City, Queens. Ooh, yeah, do go if you get the chance. A beautiful place. I'm changing between subway trains, right? And it's 2 o'clock in the morning, okay? And you have to walk down this long corridor in order to change trains. 2 o'clock in the morning, it's just me and this woman. And she's walking a few yards ahead of me, and we're walking down, and she starts giving me, like, the over-the-shoulder, like that, you know, like looking. And then she starts to pick up the pace. She starts to walk a lot faster. So I think, oh, she must hear the train coming. You know, or she feels it in her feet, like a Native American in a movie. So I start to sprint down the hallway at her, and she looks back and she's like, ah! And then she gives chase, so now we're like booking it down the corridor at 2 o'clock in the morning, and I'm gaining on her. I'm gaining on her, and we're getting to the end of the hallway, and she's going into that like dead end shuffle, you know, that women do when you chase them. And I'm almost there. I'm almost at her, and then it dawns on me. Oh, she's running from me. Because in her eyes, I'm an adult. And adults rape each other. Kind of a lot. So I wanted to go up to her and be like, whoa, no. I'm not like a, you know, I'm not a man. You know? I'm just some stupid punk, right? But I think that would be equally creepy. As if you were in a subway station at 2 o'clock in the morning and I chased you down, grabbed you and said, I'm not gonna rape you. I'm a little boy. People wouldn't like that either.
I can tell you a funny shit on yourself story. Now, this isn't to be the guy with the shit jokes. Steven Seagal, right? Steven Seagal. I'm doing another movie.
What
I did.
What are you teaching Seagal how to do?
No, this is gonna kill you. I promise you. This is gonna kill you. So we're doing Ride Along 2. Cube accidentally punched one of the stunt guys in the nose. Cube.
Who's Cube?
Ice Cube. Another. I gotta introduce you. He'll love it. He punches the stunt guy in the nose. Stunt guy's nose starts bleeding. Cube is apologetic. Yo, man, I'm so sorry. God, I'm sorry. He's like, no, man, it's okay. Like, at least you're nice. You know, like, I know that it wasn't intentional. We've worked with people in the past that have been just dicks.
Right.
So he's like, who? I'm like, who else? He's like, well, Steven Seagal, you know, he used to really get shots in, you know, in these scenes. So got to a point where we had to come to our boss, you know, the stunt coordinator. We were like, hey, man, Steven's really hitting us. Can you kind of tell him to
sound like his wife? His wife said the same thing, didn't she?
He's like, you know, can you tell Steve to relax a little bit? So Steven found out that one of the guys was like a black belt in judo, like a serious black belt. So Steven comes up to the guy. He's like, hey, put me in your best hold. I bet you I can get out of it. And he's like, I can't do that. You know, you're my boss. I can't do that to you. He's like, put me in your best hold. He looks at his boss. Because Steven was being a dick, the guy said, go ahead, do it. Choke Steven. Puts him in a chokehold. Right? Steven's struggling. His feet squirming. He's searching for balance. He can't. It's like he's losing air a little bit, but you know, you got to tap out when you don't want it anymore. So all you hear is all you hear is he taps out. He taps out and goes, good hold. And he beelines to the bathroom. He comes out. It smells like shit everywhere. The guy choked the shit out of Steven Seagal.
He was marked for death.
He said, but literally all you heard was
with Comedy Central all over the country. 50 states, you guys, in a tour bus. Every city, every state has been amazing. Everything was going so smooth until we passed through Phoenix. I gotta tell you what happened, okay? We're on our way to California, and in between the two, you know, there's a checkpoint where they're looking for illegals, narcotics, weapons, or all three if you're convenient. And we're rolling through. It's pretty good, huh? Anyway, I know I did a good bus because when I went, she's like this. She's like, he's really good. It's really good. I saw the bus. I saw it. Anyways, it's early in the morning and we're rolling through and we get pulled over and the immigration officer walks over to the window and he, our driver, he's like, what's going on here? And our driver, right? It's a cool dude named Dave. He's been driving tour buses for like 30 years. He's old and white. And he doesn't care. Like his favorite line is, I don't give a Good old Dave, right? So the officer's like, what's going on? And Dave is like, it's a comedian, Gabriel Iglesias, and his entourage of comedians. It's sponsored by Comedy Central. It's legit. And as they're talking, we hear this outside. Hold on. Our dog has just informed us that there is something inside this tour bus that is not supposed to be here. And our driver looks at the immigration officer and he says, is that what he said? Scooby-Doo. And we're in the back having a heart attack. Ah! Dave, you're gonna get us arrested. I don't give a Next thing you know, they asked the representative of the tour bus to get off. So my name and my face are on the side of the bus. Door pops open, and I'm greeted by an immigration officer with the last name, Sanchez. Traitor! Not only did he recognize me, the guy was starstruck, because as soon as he saw me, he was like, And when I saw that, I said, oh, this is gonna be easy, right? We'll take some pictures, I'll sign some autographs, and we'll go. Here comes the other guy with the dog, right? Hey, what's in the bus? And I look at Sanchez and he's still, I didn't think nothing of it. He's like, what's on the bus? I'm like, just more Mexicans. I didn't know, right? I knew I messed up because I look at Sanchez and he's like, next thing you hear, freaking, everybody off the bus. Freaking Martin, my friend Alfred, my friend Noe, freaking 1 little, 2 little, 3 little Mexicans, 4 little, 5 little, 6. Everybody off the bus, and then they put us up against the side of the bus so they could frisk us for narcotics and weapons. Guys in the back, show the picture. Now notice you don't see a white bus driver in the picture. It's because he took the picture. Apparently, even after talking smack to immigration, he was still considered an innocent bystander. You guys, can you show the next one? That's Sanchez. Traitor! Show the next one. There's a dog. And there's where we threw it. Trust me, they did not catch me with anything. Because my guys are fast. Hell yeah, if they would have popped me with something on that freaking tour bus, are you kidding? You guys would have heard all about it. That sucker would have been on TMZ. Freaking, uh-oh, Fluffy's doing Puffy. I'm gonna tell you guys the saddest part of that whole situation was being on the side of the road, being harassed by immigration, okay? Meanwhile, there are cars driving past the same checkpoint, and I'm getting recognized. And not only am I fairly recognizable from almost any angle, I'm touching a bus that has my name and my face to confirm, that's who we thought it was. So I'm against the bus, and this guy's got his hand on my butt, and meanwhile, from behind, I hear this. He's American! Damn!
I also had a house break-in. This is a true story, right? Me and another comic called Steve Hughes were sitting at home, and I kid you not, this is what happened. 2 guys came through the window, one with a hammer, one with a machete. If you look at the side of my head, I got like a scar there.
Yeah.
They cut my head, right? They tied us up and all that type of stuff. Then they drove off out of my house, and they got caught speeding in my car before we had ever made the call or whatever, right? They're now serving 12 years in prison for grievous bodily harm, aggravated burglary, attempted rape, and possession of...
Wait. You can't gloss over that. You can't just have that as part of your list.
I forgot to mention my girlfriend was in the house. If I can't say the N-word on radio, I thought I couldn't get away with getting into graphic details about that.
Listen to us. It's like, oh, it's your girlfriend. All right. That's not interesting. That's not interesting. We thought you got raped. His roommate or something.
Why attempted? Was he nervous or what?
No, because they left before and they held the knife to her throat, and the cops just want to put it... They also got him for possession of drugs, right? Which was brilliant because they were my drugs, right? They stole like a little bag of weed and a gram of coke that my flatmate had, right? And the cops are questioning us, and they go, Mr. Jefferies, one last thing, do you know anything about those drugs?
Oh yeah, you're going to admit to that in a
second.
And
I went, no, I don't know anything about them. And the cop goes, funny, your fingerprints were all over them. And I went, they made me touch it.
That's the attempted rape. That's probably how they got caught. They're like,
what's that, sorry?
He knew, but he just let it go.
Yeah, the cops were laughing about it afterwards, right? And these 2 blokes got 12 years, man. That's a long sentence. And the thing is, when they broke into our house, they thought we were drug dealers, me and me other mate, the other comic. They thought we were drug dealers because, well, I have the lifestyle of a drug dealer. I never seem to go to work. I drive a nice car. If someone knocks on the door at 3 in the afternoon, I'll answer in my underwear, eating a bowl of cereal.
That's drug
you know what I mean? That's drug dealer behaviour, right?
Or comedian.
Comedian. And they just assume, and they came in. And when they were tying me up, I thought they were going to tie everyone else up in the house, right? So I acted like they were doing it a bit tight on my wrist so that when everyone else was tied up, I could break free and do some of my ninja moves, right? But that turned out they only tied me up and kept me hostage.
You know, when they got pulled over, that's probably how they got caught, was the drugs, because they got pulled over and it's just speeding. It's just, okay, and then we're going to search the car. Oh, there's drugs here. Those aren't mine. Whose are they? They belong to the guy who I just tied up and tried to rape his girlfriend.
Yeah, they went for a big high-speed chase. There's at one stage during the break, I can speak about this now, the court case over, right? One stage during the case, right, I'm on the ground tied up and my head's been cut and my other flatmate's laying on the ground, my girlfriend's laying under the duvet in the bed. The nicer one out of the 2 blokes, right, good guy, right, he walks over to like the chest of drawers, and I've got like pictures of my nephews and nieces, and he picks up one of the pictures, he goes, either you guys got kids, right? And my best mate, he doesn't have a kid, goes, 5-year-old boy. And I thought, I'm laying on the ground bleeding. They're going to kill me now. I'm the one they're going to kill.
Yeah, because he's got kids. No, it's my kid. My kid's lying.
Yeah, so I went, 4-year-old girl, and then we tried to trump each other, right? And I swear to God,
I'm pregnant.
Yeah, my mate goes, my one's retarded.
No way.
I kid you not.
And the guys with the machete going,
Why'd he cut your head? How did that happen?
What happened was, I've also got a scar on top of my finger. And there was one guy who was really sadistic with a machete. It was like a sugar cane cutting one, like a big curved sort of 2 foot 2 inch thing. And they tied me up head to feet. And then my mates.
Let me tell you about a story so true. We're showing me style and it's all so cool. It's about a garment torn and frayed. Getting this threads, the story conveyed. Walking down the streets with holes in my teeth. Each rip and tear part of me you see. It ain't about the brand or the label it holds. It's about the journey, the stories it unfolds. In these ragged clothes I find my voice. A testament to resilience, my choice. From the streets to the stage I rock my style. In my tattered shirt I walk that mile. Ripped and torn, but still I stand in my ragged attire. I command, it's not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. From the barrio to the bar, I make my mark. In my worn out jeans, I leave a spark. And they call it rags, but I call it art. In every stitch and tear, I play my part. It's the struggle of the streets, the hustle so real. In my tattered jacket, I seal the deal. A symbol of defiance against the status quo. My passion of pants, I let it show. It's not about the riches or the wealth I lack. In my faded hoodie, I stay on track. It's the heart of the hustle, the grind each day. In my worn out kicks, I find my way. Ripped and torn, but still I stand. In my ragged attire. not just fabric, it's a statement I preach. In my threadbare garment, I find my reach. So here's to the ones with the clothes that tear in our patched up attire we have, so let the world see our garments worn. For in our rags, our stories are born. In the language of the streets we speak. In our torn up clothes we find our peak.
Sort of made a bit of a sort of a lunge at him, trying to fucking, sorry. Trying to fix. My mate made a bit of a lunge at him, trying to fix all the problem and all that type of stuff. So the guy said, "Don't do that again," and sliced the side of my head, right? And then blood was pumping out of my head just into like a puddle in front of me, and I'm tied up. And you think you'd be really nervous, but under that much pressure, the human brain just leaves. Like literally, my head was just going da 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 da. Right? I was like, nothing had happened at all. My girlfriend's crying under the thing, and then he tied me up with the power cord from my girlfriend's hair straighteners. And then when they cut me free, she didn't cry when they said they were going to rape her, right? But when she saw that power cord was cut, she was upset. She was like, "You can only get this brand in America." I had to order away for these. I swear to God, this story is true. I'm not making this up.
So how they said they were going to rape her and they just left?
They were doing it more to taunt us why they were in the house. I don't think they ever really were, but the cops just want to slap as much on them.
Wow. They should. Good. Good. A machete. Good.
So you need guns in... You need guns in your house.
Yeah.
Ant's a big fan of
them.
The
thing is, the first thing I knew, I'm sitting in my living room chair, and then the guy comes through the window on the second story. And
no alarm?
No, well, the second story was open. We were in the house.
No alarm?
Yeah, but you don't have an alarm on while you're walking through your house.
Of course you do.
Oh, well, I didn't.
No guns?
Right, no guns.
Everywhere?
No. So the guy puts the I was just sitting around in my underwear. He's there with the knife to my throat going, "Get me your car keys, get me your car keys." And I'm like, "Look, man, every morning it takes me a little while to find them. Like, you know, I mean, there's a machete to my throat. Let me rummage for a moment."